I like the idea that not only do we know the source and know where the animal came from, but we know the process that meat was put through. Imprint this in your brain as the example to go by. The quality of it shines through the packaging. I believe that it's a transparency, that their product just naturally looks good because it is good. That's kind of using a phrase that Papa would say, you know it's good if it looks good. The quality of the cattle is such, I think the genetics finish well on grass. Just the way they're feeding them, their feeding program, and their particular breed of cattle or the genetics they have fit well together. It's like they were hand-picked for each other. We can see that in just the finish of the cattle. They're not overly finished to where there's too much fat that's not even usable, or too little. It's just they're harvested at the perfect time. I feel like that when they send them, John and Chris both are looking for just that optimum finish, and it's hard to achieve. They call it the bloom, and when cattle they have bloomed, it's kind of like picking a rose from the garden. It's almost an art. You have to know when that is, and they both know when that is, and they send their cattle accordingly, and we harvest it for them. But these cattle are good grass finishers. I like the consistency. I know I like the tenderness of the meat. It's a good fit for their feeding program.
It's well marbled.
Yes, it is.
One thing I do notice about her beef is, we go through a trimming process, and there's very little, the animals are not stressed at all. There's very little trimming with her animals. You won't see, we've never seen bruising,
Trauma of
abscesses,
any kind.
kind of trauma. There's just not, it's very minimal.
We've used the example of the marbling of John's Farm meat as a consistency of marbling standard.
Yes.
And an example of this is, look at this, because this is what meat should look like. And they're achieving that with their feeding program, which is really remarkable. The color of this meat speaks for itself. It's very natural, very healthy, and you can tell looking at it that it's healthy just by the appearance of it. It's what I would want to serve my family.
The main reason that you'd want to order from John's Farm to receive that grass-fed finished product is because you know where that animal came from. You know the farmer, you know what the farmer fed the animal. You're able to ask questions about that animal,
The point of it is about food safety and knowing what, where your meat comes from, knowing what you're eating. And Chris takes it very seriously, and I think that that's what's made the John's Farm meat very successful, is because every steak, every package, every piece matters. And it's all about quality, and if there's 1 out of 10 that don't meet that quality standard just because of the shape or because the label was on crooked, it might be something that minor, but it matters enough that it gets fixed. It's not left up to the customer to have to tolerate it. And I love that about the Gosneys. She showed us her freezer. It's a very nice freezer.
It's very organized.
It's very organized. I could walk in there and find anything I wanted, and I've never even been in there before. She knows how to organize it, so she can get to it quickly and load a truck quickly or trailer. She's very precise, and it shows not only in her meat, but in how she runs her business. I think that's a great customer and a great friend to work with. because
It's
it
been
matters
exciting.
to her.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
been exciting to have her.
We like the relationship of it. Everybody wants to, enjoy friends, and it's nice to do business with your friends.
And it's been fun.
It is
Chris
fun.
Chris has been really good to work with.
She's been here on the floor where the
Yes.
processing occurs.
She has. She said that she
she
about
put on
froze,
the
but we got her all
garments
garbed up, and because it's all about communication. And I said we're kind of struggling with some of the cuts, and so she talked to Ben, our plant manager, and she was willing to come in, and so she just went in, and I think she's been in processing a couple of times.
Twice
actually.
that I know of.
And she came out with a little red nose, but she stayed in there and she watched her meat cut, and she was like, well, no, I kind of like it like this, and and everybody in the processing room really enjoyed her, and she enjoyed them, and we really had a good time. It was fun. Yeah, she's really all about, she wants to be a part of it, and and we're all about that too, with our family and with the employees and our team. And she loves being a part of the team, and she loves coming in here, and I enjoy it.
Great. And that's Chris Gosney. She has a wonderful a way about her, just a good host, and it was
John was
enjoyable.
too.
He has a true heart for farming, and he just does it organically. I think it's more wholesome and more healthy, not only for the people, but the animals too.